Technical difficulties. They're done. And now we're here. And the stream exists. And I see it.
Hey, yep,
Hey,
yep, yep.
hey, yep. Am I right? Hey, everybody. Super Nintendo 64, or should I say Super Nintendo 2020. That's right. This is my announcement. I'm running for president. Um, Please vote for me. Uh, I'm here with my vice president elect, Steven. How's it going?
Mr. Future President, I just have to say it's such an honor to be your future Vice President, and I won't let you down.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Kennedy says Space Jam, and I don't know. I don't know what that means, but heck yeah. All right. Today we're gonna be playing Team Sonic Racing, probably pretty badly, but I'm gonna play anyway, because that's what you guys wanted to see. I held two different polls. One of them was Kennedy says, "Why not Knuckles 2020?" Um, I held two polls. One was on Twitter and one was on YouTube here, and I had the same options on all of them except um, I always do a joke answer. So on Twitter, I had Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure on there, which I don't know if any of you guys remember that. Steven, do you remember that game?
Sorry, I almost died there.
Well, it's a good
I
thing
got.
that Paz Balian says, "Hi, sir. What's the emergency?"
Oh man, I got so excited once you brought it up. Yeah, of course I remember. We used to play it at your place all the time.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, the was it Andy's room? Was that
yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah?
I was gonna say you could play as Toy Story characters, Tarzan characters, and Lion King characters. How did I forget the thing I probably played most?
Right, right.
And you could also create your own. And I think Tony Hawk was in the game. Maybe I don't know, but I know
I
for sure it was ran on like the same engine.
I
Uh,
feel like Lil Romeo was in the
oh
game,
my god, he
wasn't he?
was, dude. Uh, but yeah, the game started with like a simple plan song, so I probably wouldn't be able to really play it without getting a copyright strike, but it'd probably be worth it. Anyhow, everybody on Twitter voted for Banjo Kazooie. Well, actually, that's not true. Banjo Kazooie barely won on Twitter by like one vote, I think. And then here on YouTube, everybody voted for Team Sonic Racing. So I'm gonna play Team Sonic Racing for at least the first hour, and then we'll see where we're at. If we want to keep watching that, we'll do that, and then if not, we'll switch gears and I'll plug in the old N64.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh Macho Madness, sky's the limit. Yeah. So I guess we can stop looking at my logo and boot up the game. I guess that's a thing that we do here. Oh, I have 3 friend requests. People like me. I might have to turn that down. Sumo. Steven and I used to play team or not wow Sega All Star Racing Transformed. They have like the
Yes.
longest names. I don't know why they're all so long.
Yeah.
Uh,
Super elaborate.
yeah. You know what? Banjo Kazooie is in, I think, the first one, but I think he was in the Xbox 360 version. So,
Is that right?
yeah. Almost certain.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but
Yeah. That game was a lot of fun until it got really hard, and then we were like,
oh my god.
nah.
I mean, this game is also extremely difficult, but
Yeah.
it's fun. It is a real fun game. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do a little bit of the story mode here because I forgot that I never beat it, and I would like to beat it. So we're just gonna play a little bit of the story mode, and then I'll jump in and we can do some online stuff. But I figure I should probably get some practice before I face any of you and embarrass myself.
When was the last time you played this?
Whenever my birthday stream was, so in October. But
Yeah.
I that was like the only time I had played it since like July. So
Oh, right,
I just keep taking 3-month breaks from the game.
right, right.
Bronzetti says, "Sup, squatters." Guys, I forgot to tweet it, but I was in an airport and I was making a connection, and I walked by this huge bar and it was just called Squatters, so I took a picture of it.
Wow.
Oh well, I feel like that's a sign. I think I have to play as Vector. Maybe. Nah, if I got the choice, I should probably be my main man here in his pink hot rod.
Is there any significance to the pink hot rod?
It's just funny to see Shadow in a bright pink Barbie car.
Uh-huh.
Dust says, "I'm ready to represent hashtag Team Duststorm." CJ says, "So recently I found out what an actual squatter was, and I might recommend changing our name, Vin."
Well, I mean, like in the context of Shrek saying it, like I guess he's talking about people that are like squatting at his place, right?
Yeah, people that are crashing without paying rent.
Right. We're reclaiming the name. We're making it
Yeah,
an endearing term.
yeah. I mean, you guys are welcome to come in here and hang out with us and not pay rent. You guys are more than welcome. Okay. Let's see. This is like the hardest thing for me. I'm so bad at this. Skim star posts. Get close for more points. Remember how to play the game. Snooping's cool, but I'm in it to win it. Oh no, guys, I was pressing the wrong button. I played Mario Kart more recently than I played this.
I've been dealing with that back and forth because I told you I got a PS4.
Oh yeah. Oomph.
So yeah, I've been struggling with that.
Witness me. I am the greatest at this game. When was the last time you watched Mad Max? Alright, I gotta remember how to do all the sick tricks and stuff in this game too. I feel like that'll probably help me out.
How far are you into the story mode?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Well, I'm not doing so hot here. I can tell that much.
Alright. It's a warm up, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Getting too wet.
I'm halfway there.
Go for it.
Skygirl5 says, "Nice pink car. Thank you." Mike says, "I hate those missions with the checkpoint things." Sonic Team asks, "Are you getting PS5 or Xbox 2? I hate that it's called the Xbox 2, so I refuse to own it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen what the design looks like. I did not know that's what they're going with.
Yeah,
But,
isn't that horrible?
yeah.
They're like,
it's not
let's
great.
make our naming conventions just dreadful."
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
are
my
you,
god.
are you anticipating the PS5 though?
Yeah. Um, I don't play my PS4 enough to be like, I need a PS5.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But as soon as they announce a Batman game for it, I'm sure I'll get one.
Right.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh, well, Shadow went into the crowd. They didn't appreciate that. Great! Dude, I might have done worse this round. Mike says, I can't complete the story because of a checkpoint mission. That bodes well for me. Well, I did better this time. Ronzetti says, Xbox is developed by Microsoft Boiled. Boiled eggs are gross. What do you think of boiled eggs? You eat boiled eggs?
Not just by themselves. You know, I'll have a deviled egg.
Yeah.
But yeah, not my thing.
You ever have a scotched egg?
I don't think I have. I think I know what they are, but I don't think I've ever had one. How do you feel about them?
They're not bad. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also could be better at this game too, though. That plays into my feelings of scotched eggs. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve the punishment I get in this game.
Say that again?
Well, like in these missions, if you hit the little post here, it doesn't count you like drifting past it. Doesn't give you any points for it. But sometimes I like must barely like skim it, and it'll punish me. Like it won't give me the points. Well, I'm successfully getting better every time. Sonic Team got this game for their birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you're better at the game than I am. Dust says the main thing I blame Sony for is botching backwards compatibility for the PS4 the first few years. Well, I mean, you still have to, like... Their backwards compatibility now is just that you can, like, stream PS3 games, right? Like, you can't, like, put in a disc. Which does suck. I feel like that's dumb, but... You know. I'm doing really well this time. Oh, yep. Nope, we're restarting that one. So I feel like this is as good a time as any to mention that I went and saw Cats last night. That's pretty much where that story ends. Steven, are you with me?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, you good. I went into that movie. I thought that Taylor Swift had the top billing. And so I was very confused when I didn't see her like the entire movie. And then she was in like one scene at like almost the end of the movie. It was really weird. Also, the plot of Cats makes no sense. If someone in here can explain the plot of Cats to me, I would be appreciative. Mike says, when I got rid of my when I got my PS4, I didn't get rid of my PS3 because of there barely being backwards compatibility. Yeah. CJ says the plot of Cats, corporate idiots that thought it would be cool to make a play into a movie. I mean, sometimes it works. But to me it feels like the producers where they were like, maybe we can make more money off of a flop than like a success. And so they just like made it as bad as possible. Because it is truly pretty horrendous. Also very scary. Disorienting. Whoop. Whoop. Nope. Oh, good job. Good job, me. We're crushing it this time, guys. New record. That's a lie. Kennedy says, Vooney, do you really want to know the plot of it? Because I saw the musical and I know the lore of it. I mean, like, lay it on me here. I think what I read was that the play was based off of a 1939 collection of poems, and they just sort of put the poems to music. But I don't know if that really translates super well. Sonic Team says, are you seeing the new Sonic movie? And did you see Baby Sonic? I did see Baby Sonic, and I will be seeing the Sonic movie. I'll buy my tickets as soon as they're available. I hope you guys can hear the Joy-Con vibrating, because it's making some funny noises. This mud is disgusting. Almost as disgusting as my play style. I hate that. If you drift for those extra points, you're just dooming yourself into crashing into that audience. Oh, darn. That could have been it. That could have been it.
Alright, I'm back. What have I missed?
I was just talking a little bit about Cats. Kennedy's said that she's going to lay down the lore.
Oh, okay.
Ryan's feeling a little under the weather, everybody, so let's get some pumpkins in the chat for Ryan.
Everybody drop those pumpkins.
Oh, can I get a little pumpkin?
So, what was the I don't know if you've. I apologize if you have to repeat any of this for me, but what was the most like jarring, like nightmarish moment in Cats?
It might have been seeing Idris Elba without the coat on for the first time. That was really scary. There's also a couple of times where Rebel Wilson like unzips her skin and has another layer of skin and a dress on underneath. That was also
That's what I was gonna say.
also pretty horrifying. There's a lot of weird like imagery with her character. I don't know if you heard me say this, but I went into that believing that Taylor Swift was the lead role, and I was like, what the heck? Where is? Why haven't I seen her like this whole movie? And she has one scene, and it's like at the very end, but she gets like top billing on the cast.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I mean, I think this is probably, and I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen enough of it. I'll say that. Um, but I think it's one of those things where the way that the plot flows is it's true to the musical, right? Like it's true to the source material, but as a movie, it makes it really weird that like for most of the movie, there's not really a set like there's not much of a structure outside of it just going from like musical number to musical number, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so as a result, you just get like people popping in and out. So like yeah, like she's not from what I've heard, she's not in the movie that long, but of course, you know, she's a big star, so she's gonna get that billing. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's weird.
Yeah. There's a lot of like characters showing up, and then you don't really ever see them again.
Right, right.
Like they'll show up, they'll have a full song about them, and then they're just sort of gone.
Did you see the patched version, or did you see the original version with all like
I don't know because I remember one of the things I saw that like people were saying was that like Judy Dench like had human hands and
yes,
and her ring on her finger, and she had that, but like almost everybody had human hands. So I don't know if the hands were just the last thing that he had to work on, and I didn't see the patched version,
right.
or
Well, and I saw that like from that first trailer that they dropped, and you know there was obviously the the response that happened online, but they made some slight alterations. Like I remember somebody pointing out that like that shot of Taylor Swift like pouring the catnip down on everyone.
yeah,
They like changed her fingers where I think they like removed some of the fur that was like initially there because people like you know complained about that. But what I find most intriguing, or I guess shocking, is that like Universal. So you heard that they lost like at least $70 million from it.
really,
Yeah. Um, and but they were like pushing for it for like award
Oscars,
season.
yeah,
Yeah. And I'm like, it is shocking. It's truly shocking to me from that like first promo that they put out with the digital fur technology that it was going to be marketed as like Avatar, where it was this digital breakthrough, like
yeah.
for VFX. Um, but yeah, from what I've seen, I really just I well, let me ask you this. I guess this is the last thing I'll say about it or ask about it. Was it as nightmarish as you wanted? Was it the right kind of nightmare, or was it more like, why am I watching this?
Uh, there was times where you know like the right kind of nightmare is like a David Lynchian nightmare, right?
Yeah, yeah.
God, I was really close that time. Maybe if I maybe if I got better at the game. Um, but I think a lot of it was just like a why am I watching this kind of nightmarish. The best part was there. I don't remember exactly what was happening on screen, but it was like an hour and a half into the movie. Julie just goes, "This is a nightmare."
Was it the scene where Rebel Wilson's like eating the cockroaches?
No, that was like 5 minutes into the movie that happens.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So, okay, Kennedy can correct me all of my fallacies here because it sounds like she's seen the actual musical and knows a whole lot more about what's going on. So, movie starts and our main cat, I believe played by Francesca. Oh, I forget her last name. She is abandoned by her owners, and so like a whole bunch of cats show up into like the alley she was dropped in, and they kind of like take her in, and they're called the Jellicle cats. I don't know what that means, but they say Jellicle a whole lot in the movie. Um, and they just show her the kind of like alley cat lifestyle, so to speak. They talk about, they kind of all introduce themselves a little bit, and then and then they ask her what her name is, and she says Victoria, and they're all like, "Oh no, can't be Victoria now. Now you gotta have three names." And there's like this song about how cats have three names, and basically kind of reveals that every cat has like a weird secret gibberish name. And then after this, Idris Elba cat shows up for the first time, and he looks at Victoria. He's like, "Oh hey, you into magic? Hey, magic's pretty cool, huh? You gonna go to the ball? Hey, you gonna have a good time at the ball, aren't you?" And then he vanishes into thin air. Um, and you're just sort of like, "Yeah, all right." And then like the lead alley cat is all like, "Oh hey, let's go see what Rebel Wilson's doing." And so Rebel Wilson does her little song and dance, quite literal, with the mice and the cockroaches. She Rebel Wilson's character is named Jenny Annie Dots. That's one of the only cat names I will remember this whole time, just because I said it out loud after it was said, because I was amused by that name. And she takes cockroaches and mice and teaches them how to like do things like dance and whatnot, I guess. But she also eats them. Anyway, they go to visit her because Main Alley Cat says that she is his pick to be. So this plot's weird. Okay, so from what I was gathering at this point, there's a ball. It was first mentioned by Idris Elba Cat, and no one else has talked about this ball yet. But Main Alley Cat's like, "Ah, yeah, one of the best Jellicle cats is Rebel Wilson Cat," and so they like watch her, and then after that they start to sing and talk about the ball, and the ball is like where this old cat decides which cat can basically ascend to heaven and come back as a new cat. And they sing about that, and then this other cat shows up in the alley, and they're all like, "Oh, get out of here, no one wants to see you." And she's all kind of sad, and everybody just sort of yells at her and tells her to leave. And then James Corden cat shows up and sings about how fat he is.
And he's always hacking up hairballs, right?
Yeah, he hacks up like 3 hairballs at least. But basically, Judi Dench cat is like the head honcho cat named Old Deuteronomy, which is another great name. And she's the one that decides who ascends to heaven. And so Rebel Wilson cat, James Corden cat, and Idris Elba cat are all cats that want to ascend to heaven, and are like,
Yeah.
I guess up, like they're up for the vote, I guess. And they do like a little talent show thing eventually. I'm just gonna skim over it just because like so much weird stuff. Like there's a scene where our main cat Victoria like follows these 2 weird cats into like their home where they just like steal things from their owner, I guess.
Is that the sequence that's like really weird? Well, I'm sure a lot of the movie is, but it's like The proportions are really weird where she's like at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the whole movie, all the proportions are super weird. Like doors all are all giant, um, just because they're cats. But yeah. Anyway, this talent show starts happening, and eventually, uh, Idris Elba cat has kidnapped like all the other contestants and is all like, "Well, the only competition doesn't exist, so I guess you gotta pick me." And old Deuteronomy's like, "No, I'm not picking you." And so he like teleports her away, and all the cats are like, "What are we gonna do without old Deuteronomy?" And then they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, another one of us is a magician." And so this magician cat sings a song about self-empowerment and finds the strength to bring back Judy Dench cat. And then the cat that they all yelled at in the alley comes back and sings her sad song again. And Judy Dench cat is like, "You win. You can ascend to heaven." And so then they put, I feel like her name was, it was something very close to Gruntilda. Uh, they put her in a hot air balloon, and she's like floating away to heaven. And Idris Elba cat like hops on to like, I don't know, there's like a string hanging off of it, so he like hops on it and is all like, "Ah, no, I'm going." And then he falls off and lands on like some high tower that he can't get off of. And then Judy Dench talks about how cool cats are, and the movie's over.
Gosh, man. And like that's what I thought, where it's like that part with like Idris Elba like kidnapping them. That's like towards the end of the movie, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, he's kind of kidnapping them throughout, but like it really comes to a head at the end. Like he'll just show up and like say like two lines to somebody, just sort of like degrading and rude things, and then he like teleports them away. uh, all right, I'm gonna give this one more shot here, because I feel like I am doing so terribly, and then I'm gonna try that other mission, and then we're just gonna play some online, because I don't think I've started to get worse since I've started talking about cats.
curse yourself.
I have.
Yeah, that movie just like when I do you were there any movies as a kid that you saw like really late on TV, like on like cable TV,
I'm the
that you didn't know
coolest.
the name of, but it like stuck with you? And you're like, what was
Sheriff
that
Duncan
like really
Flynn, thank you
bizarre
for
movie I
subscribing.
saw?
Thank you again to Sheriff Duncan Flynn for subscribing. But trying to think, like how young though?
I mean, like when I was probably like 6 or 7, I just recently figured out that the movie that I saw was Tank Girl.
Oh,
But I saw a portion of that when I was a kid, and I just saw like these like I don't know these are they kangaroos or cat people? I don't remember, but they're like they're in this tank, and I never knew what it was called,
so
but
close.
but it was like kind of fever dreamish when I saw it as a kid. So I just feel like cats really exudes that energy.
Yeah. God, I was so close that time. All right. Well, now I've got the bug. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm sorry, guys. Just making you watch the same thing over and over. I saw The Green Mile one time, like really late, and it was before I kind of knew what it was. But like, I couldn't sleep or something, so I turned on AMC, and it was just Michael Clark Duncan like screaming, you know.
Yeah.
And that was pretty horrifying. I was like, maybe I'm just gonna turn the TV back off.
Oh my gosh. But then you got to see Knives Out, which is
Oh yeah, yeah, that
supposed
was
to be a much better film.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot better. That's good. It's pretty good little mystery.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try and see that this week. I don't know if I'll be able to.
Yeah, I gotta see Uncut Gems.
Yeah, yeah, that I don't know if I'm assuming that it's a wider release because A24 normally does like shorter release windows, but I think just because all the hype around it, I think it'll probably be in theaters a while. But
Yeah.
definitely, I the man the I mean just the suspense,
Always,
but like
always slowed down right there. I don't know what happens, but like when I come to that part of the level, the car just like stops going for a little bit.
right.
Ah, it's
Yeah, I can
infuriating. I'm
imagine
so close.
you got this, dude.
Well, I feel bad because I've made everybody watch this for like a half hour at least.
Uh-huh.
I gotta channel my Southern Daniel Craig energy.
There you go.
Oh, well, that ain't working. All right, we're out of here. Adventures in Minecraft says, "Go Gelhog, we believe in you." If only I could play as Shadow the Gelhog in this game.
The Jellicle Hog.
Oh my god, the Jellicle
I'll
Hog.
see myself out. But yeah, no, definitely. If you can't see it in a theater, do it. Just because the sound design and the scores, I think it'll lend to the viewing experience.
All right. King Raikou says that's the one where Tom Hanks is an officer for Death Row, right? Yeah, that's Green Mile. It's a really good movie, but just turning on the TV to that part where Michael Clark Duncan is just screaming is pretty horrifying. Uh, it's not really like a scary Halloween movie. Uh, but I mean, it's a good watch. It's pretty long, if I remember right. I haven't seen it in a while. Bailey asks, "How's everything going?" Pretty good. I mean, I'm really bad at this game. I wish that was going better. How are things going for you, Steven? Steven?
Oh, I'm here. I'm here.
Uh,
Did you say something?
yeah, how are things going for you?
Oh, all good, all good. Um, you're making me want to pick up this game. I actually got Mario Kart for. I had it for the Wii U, but I got it for the Switch now. Finally.
Nice. Yeah, I need to actually pick that up for Switch.
Yeah. Um, yeah, like it's nice to. I think enough time has passed where like I don't remember. I don't know if they made new levels for it. Somebody could tell me if they did, but yeah, it's a good time. But I wanna play a new one, so I have to pick this up.
Yeah, no, this game's definitely challenging, in a way that Mario Kart isn't. It's a little bit more stat oriented,
Yeah.
but it's definitely very fun. And it's rewarding when you start learning the ins and outs. It's very rewarding. How do I use this again? Oh, every button I pressed except the one it was. We're doing pretty well here in first place. So far so good. Why didn't I just do this mission? I thought this one was also going to be a hard one. Steven, did you ever find that bag of chips with your coworker's smile on it?
No, you know what? I don't think I did. Um, I remember him showing me what it would look like, the prototype, and like it was a picture of him like holding it up, smiling, which I thought was hilarious. But I don't know if I ever found it. But boy, what a what an honor, right?
Yeah.
Raiku says, "How well did this game sell in the end?"
I think fairly well.
Yeah, I feel like it got like relatively good reviews, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say it was in the upper sevens
Video
or.
Kennedy says it was number one in the UK for a week.
Oh, nice.
That's dope.
That's dope. I've got this. Uh, it's not Team Blast, but Team Ultimate. But I'm saving it for if somebody tries to get in our way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Rouge just used hers.
I'm really like I'm really enticed by this right now. I'm kind of sitting on the edge of my seat. If I'm not talking too much, it's just because I'm kind of
You're
biting my tongue.
mesmerized.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it my pink car?
I think it is, honestly. I think that's what it. What, I mean, it's such a. I wouldn't expect it, but it's great.
Well, hopefully I didn't just use my Team Ultimate too prematurely there.
And what does that do?
Uh, just basically is kind of like the star power, but it applies to all three of your teammates.
Gotcha.
Oh no. Hmm. Let's see.
Did I tell you I was so stressed after I watched Uncut Gems that I just went home and watched Detective Pikachu?
That I feel like that should just be like a posted review for that movie.
Yeah. um, yeah, I hadn't seen it, but hey, good job, buddy.
No, thank you.
You did it. Have you watched that yet, Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, we went and saw it in theaters.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
What do you think of it?
it was good. I feel like it was, um, nice and nostalgic for, uh, people who grew up when we did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think like I enjoyed it now, but I think if I were like probably I don't know, 10 years younger, like maybe a little bit younger than that, I would have like it would have been like my favorite movie at the time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right, definitely.
So yeah, I think it was a good kids movie for sure. There was a couple of I thought almost all of the depictions of the Pokemon worked. Like they looked very much um, like they did. They took some liberties with a couple of the designs, and I think is it Gengar that they kind of almost made look like Slimer um, from Ghostbusters. I thought that was a little interesting.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean that doesn't really affect the story at all. Um, yeah, it was cool though. It has some heart. It was definitely the thing that I needed to watch after watching that movie because I just need something that was kind of pure and like wouldn't stress me out. So
definitely. That makes me have dread for seeing Uncut Gems.
yeah,
I mean, in both in good and bad ways, I'm sure. But
right. It's a lot of I don't want to give any spoilers away. Like it's obviously the plot and what's going on, but a lot of it is just like the atmosphere and how they like the Safdie brothers like do their dialogue, where it'll be like a lot of characters talking at once, um, just like what's that? Yeah,
I would say you are here for other reasons besides winning.
and the sound design and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that just kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat, like the whole movie, you know.
Yeah.
Vector, I am a princess. People lie to me daily. It is my job to find the truth, so I
I
know
want to do. I want to pick up Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen much about it.
Yeah, I don't think have you ever had one of those games,
And?
or have you played them before?
Yeah, I played the first two.
Mm,
Those were both on Wii,
right.
but that was like 2008 and 2010. So
Yeah,
it's been a
it's
while.
crazy that franchise has been around that long.
Vector basically was just saying that this is actually Knives Out. He was a detective.
I'd love to see that movie.
Knives Out, but with Sonic characters.
Uh,
Do you what do you know about the movie about Knives Out?
I not really that much. I've tried to go into it as blind as possible,
Yeah.
basically.
I went in super blind too, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think that is a good way to do it,
Hmm.
just because it keeps the
I
mystery
mean, I'm surprised.
mysterious.
I'm surprised I haven't seen really any spoilers for it. I still haven't seen Star Wars, but I've basically gotten almost all of the
All of the
movie.
spoilers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like everything, every key point. And the thing is, it's such a weird thing to have it spoiled through like a meme. Like not even, you know what I mean? Not even like somebody just like directly saying what it is, but either seeing like like a screen grab or some sort of joke about it, and it's like, oh, okay, well I guess that's what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
I guess I mean, I didn't see The Last Jedi until it was on Netflix, so um, I wanted to see this one in theaters. I still might, but I guess I wasn't quick enough, basically.
Yeah, seeing Star Wars movies
But I
in
mean,
a theater is always a fun experience.
sure, yeah. I don't think it really, especially like with the
Keep
Star
pressing
Wars
the wrong
movie,
button.
I don't think that's gonna necessarily ruin the experience though for me. You know,
Right.
I think something like a murder mystery or like a horror movie, stuff like that, I'm more like upset about spoilers.
Yeah.
But when it's like a big blockbuster like that, I'm not generally that upset about it.
Yeah. I had one of the major plot points of Rise of Skywalker spoiled for me like 3 or 4 months before the movie.
Really?
Yeah. One of my
How?
well, one of my coworkers is a little bit of a he doesn't realize how loud he is sometimes, and so this guy came in that he hadn't seen in a long time, and he was just like, "Hey man," he's just like, "How's it going? Like, are you excited for the new Star Wars movie?" And the guy was like, "Nah." Yeah, pretty much everybody that I see it like at my job, anytime the new trilogy's brought up, they're like, "Ah, it's garbage," which is I don't know. Not it's just sort of the popular opinion of a lot of Star Wars fans that there's nothing redeemable about these new movies, but I don't believe that's true. But you know,
Right.
it's their opinion. Anyway, this guy's all like, "Yeah, no, I'm not excited about it." And then my coworker just goes, "So did you read the spoilers though about like this and this?" And just like said it like out loud.
Wow. What if he was like, no, I hadn't heard that?
Seriously, like I don't know. I don't know with that guy sometimes. I'm like, "What?"
What a bizarre way to phrase that question.
Like, and he like kind of like started to say it like a little quietly, but it like wasn't like a whisper. It was just sort of like he was like, "So do you know the spoilers then about like this and this?"
Right,
But it was like still very like audible. So that sucked, but
Gosh, man. I bet you have a lot of good conversations about like movies or maybe some interesting ones of just about people's opinions on upcoming like comic book movies and stuff though, right?
I told a guy today that I saw Cats, and he was like, "I loved that movie," and I was like,
No.
"All right."
No. I I mean, everybody's I'm sure we both like movies that people like the masses don't normally or
Yeah,
don't like, but that's such a I don't know. I literally have not seen one person online that's like, I really enjoyed this adaptation. I'm not
yeah,
saying they don't exist. I just haven't seen it.
yeah. I thought it was a little bizarre too.
Yeah, I'll never forget going to Ron's. When they had the one like location that was like behind the mall, like kind of by the
Yeah,
police station.
yeah. That's where I bought Mario Party 3.
That's where you got it.
Yeah.
That's great. I just remember being like pretty young and going in there and then hearing like the guys working being like, um, yeah, I guess Halle Berry's gonna be Catwoman. and in retrospect, I don't think it was so much her as much as it was just the movie, maybe a little bit
Oh,
more, but
dude, that movie is horrible. Everything about that movie
yeah.
is bad.
What about the basketball scene?
I don't want to talk about this movie. Uh, I already talked about one bad cat movie.
Yeah. um, why is that a theme? And like all these like Alien 4, it's an awful movie, but it has the great shot of Sigourney Weaver throwing a basketball behind her head and like making it, and that actually happened. Like it was a real shot.
She actually threw that basketball. It's like not special effects.
No, like she legit did it.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, if your movie has like a really cool basketball sequence or a very unique basketball sequence, um, the rest of it might be bad.
All right, now I got to remember how to set up a lobby.
Isn't it interesting though? Kind of going back to Star Wars, like I don't know, just kind of the pendulum swing as far as like how people feel about certain versions, like at the initial release and then after. Because I feel like even recently, I've seen like more people like praising the Last Jedi than when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then I've seen a huge amount of people that are like really defend um, the prequel trilogy, specifically Episode One.
Yeah. No, I've noticed that too. Uh I think that, I mean, I feel like people probably really were not super happy with something like Empire Strikes Back, or even maybe Return of the Jedi when it first came out. And
Yeah,
now it's all just, it's the lore. Like that's what it is. And so,
right.
matchmaking casual. Okay. Thanks everybody. Team race casual. Oh, nice. I'm glad that everybody knows how to play this game better than I do. It's good to see you all in here. Looks like we've got Box, Bronzetti, D-Man, Dust, Duremi, Bandy and Danny.
Danny.
Not to be confused with Artani.
Okay. But shout out to this Danny.
Yeah, shout out to this Danny. Oh, did I not select? Okay, cool. Dust says, let's win this, Vinny. I am fairly confident you will win over me. But I will try my best. Good luck to everyone.
If you had fun, you won.
That's true.
That poster used to hang up in our elementary gym. Remember that?
No. Do you remember the assembly where they like announced that we were no longer going to be the Summit View Sabres and that we were instead going to be All-Stars?
Yes. I'll never forget.
I felt like
Betrayed.
oh, whoa, Dustin and I are on a team. All right, well, now I feel way better. I love that there's 2 Blazes on our team.
Raven's got some hot chocolate, man. I want some hot chocolate.
Oh. I had hot chocolate the other night.
How was it?
Very good.
Do you make it with water or milk?
If I'm making it, I make it with milk. We've got the milk frother now with the Nespresso.
Yo, how is that, by the way?
Amazing. It is so good. The only problem is that like the place we got it, they were all like, they were really selling us on it, and they were like, yeah, you guys can like basically like you can buy your. I always press the wrong button. I always send my wisp to someone else instead of using it. But basically, so like it's like a Keurig where there's pods. But the pods are recyclable, and so the place is all like, yeah, you can like bring them here and recycle them here. And we went to do that, and they were like, what? No, we don't take these here.
Wow. No way.
Yeah.
Could have found the salesman.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there. It was Julie that did it, so I don't know the exact conversation that happened, but
Right. That's ridiculous.
exactly. I was like, they literally told us that we could get it there.
I hate when stuff like that happens because, like, to me, if I were a manager and somebody came in and said that, I'd be like, okay, let's find out who, like,
Yeah.
let's correct this issue.
Right.
Let's find. I hate when you go to a place like that, or like you're in a similar situation, and the person's just like, oh no, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't do anything to try and help you out. But I'm glad you like it, regardless.
Oh, dude, one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had. Like, I didn't want to like it as much as I do. Because,
Right.
it is basically just like a glorified Keurig. Like, it's just like a slightly better Keurig. But the way that it pours even black coffee is incredible. So good. It like puts a little like foam head on top. And it's tasty.
That's right, guys. So if you go to Nespresso.com/SuperNintendo64, you
Yeah.
can get 15% off today.
That's not true. That link does not exist. I wish it did. Hashtag not an ad. Hashtag could be an ad.
I mean, I'm sold though. I want to go get one now.
I'm the coolest.
Uh-oh. Supersonic XXX671. Thanks for subscribing as I drive into the wall. It was worth it for you. I'm doing pretty decent. I'm only 6th place.
A bit rough, Vector.
Chaos control!
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Kennedy, thank you so much for the donation. Was there a message with it, Steven?
I expect better from myself.
I'm the coolest.
subscribers.
So you have two Vanolians from Kennedy that says this confirms it. Shadow like coffee. Hashtag coffee dream.
I feel like this was confirmed a long time ago that Shadow likes coffee. He eats the raw coffee beans.
Disappointing.
Maybe coffee's like too watered down then.
Sometimes it probably is. I would imagine that like he requires quite a bit of energy.
I am available.
I never get this item. This is amazing. I was. Oh, I got 2 of them. Incredible.
I'm the coolest.
Thank you for subscribing, Adventures in Minecraft. I missed somebody subscribing though, didn't I?
I don't know if I have a way of checking that, but yeah, I think I heard it. I don't know. So
Dang, I don't have a way of checking it either. It shows me the.
really,
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Whoever subscribed while I was trying to win a race. Appreciate ya.
Adventures in Minecraft just subscribed. That just appeared on my screen.
That was the one I just said thank you to.
Oh,
There was
okay.
somebody before them.
Oh man, I'm at least I'm watching the. I got like I feel like Peterson over here. I got my phone with the stream, and then I have my laptop too. But my laptop's on a bit of a delay.
Let's see. King Raikou says, you found a better version of the Keurig machine? In every way. Like Keurig is nice because it just makes you like a single cup of coffee. And that, I mean, that's what this does too. But, we got 3rd place. We didn't do too bad. Dust, thanks for carrying us. But yeah, the way that it pours it is just, it's so good. There's a little foam on the top, and it's delicious. It's like you're eating or you're drinking a latte every time, no matter like if you've got milk in it or not.
Vinnies can have a little bit of fun with their coffee as a treat.
Yes,
I'm the coolest.
Jellicle Vins. Chaos Control VA just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Carrot Cake says, dang it, I was gonna rickroll y'all. King Raikou says, try a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk. I love the way you make them! Guys, I was at trivia last week or 2 weeks ago, and the category was Jim Carrey movies, and Sonic the Hedgehog was not any of the questions, and so I walked out. I left. I said, this is over.
Chaos control!
Dust, thank you so much for 10 Vinolians. Hashtag Team Shadow. We'll win next time. You did good, Vin. Good. Let's do this. Uh-oh. Hashtag double shadows. Hashtag your color combination is almost Gelhawk.
Yes, that's what I call a boost. Chaos control!
Shadow Star, thank you for the 2 Vinolians. Steven, was there a message?
Yes, this is from Shadow Star 13, and it says, "Hi Vinny, Happy New Year." Very nice.
Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you very much for donating and for watching. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Are you asking me?
Well, I'm asking Shadow Star, but I guess I'm also asking you.
Yeah, but everybody. What's I don't know. I don't honestly. I didn't really think of like, you know, I have my goals and things years past have cut out soda,
Soda.
stuff like that, stuff like that. Hey, if you're everybody in the chat, let me know if you say pop or soda.
Or if you're a person that's wrong and says Coke, no matter what kind of beverage it is.
Yeah, that one's a little beyond me.
You think you can take me?
This is getting insane right now. There's so much slingshotting happening.
Now we are unstoppable.
What about you though? Do you have any resolutions?
Every year my resolution is to eat better, and then I'll I'll stop eating fast food for like a month, and then I'll just keep eating it. It's just, it's just so convenient and cheap. I always go back to it.
Right.
I have no use for this wisp.
This doesn't get you a pass, Chow.
There's more where that came from.
Hot stuff coming through.
Understood.
There's so much chaos happening.
Shadow, you're letting me down, honey.
Yes, back in the running. You deserve that.
Team, I think we're in for a tussle.
Dust, I'm glad that we're in like the same spot, but I feel like I keep knocking into you, so I'm sorry.
Away from me. Someone take this wisp. Great. I'm closing the gap.
I can hear Opie out there throwing things. And I was starting to mention this to you before we started the stream, Steven. I keep on like being afraid that Opie's going to like open my door and just all of a sudden be a scary cat's cat.
Start a musical number.
Like he's being pretty loud out there. He sounds like he might be walking on two legs.
Uh-oh. This is terrifying. I'm just imagining, that clip that went viral a few years ago. I don't even know if it was a few years ago, but it's the dude, he's doing like the Skype like news interview, and then his like little kid comes like storming in the back and like comes like marching in. I'm imagining Opie walking like that, just like stomping around on his two back legs.
Opie has a Halloween. Sorry, He grabbed. Somehow he acquired this Halloween decoration. And is throwing it around. I don't know if. Well, it's labeled Smarty Cat. It's got catnip in it, so must be fine. Keep it up, buddy. You do you. Stay out of my office, please. And also, don't become a scary cat's cat. Yep.
I don't know. Could be cool.
I don't know. Could be cool. Bailey says, "Good game, ladies and gentlemen." Good game. Good game. Good game. Can you hear him out there?
I heard that one. Yeah.
I think we got to change things up. I think I have to embrace my inner cat.
Oh no.
Cats, the game, the musical, the game.
If that movie came out in like 2003, we probably would have got like an Xbox, GameCube, PS2. I don't know what it would have been. Maybe a platformer. They were all platformers, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss those like sort of because I feel like I would rent them all the time. It didn't matter if it was a good game or not. My brother and I would always get crappy video games. Or,
Yeah.
movie video games.
One that comes to mind is The Grinch.
Yeah, I see that's I don't think I ever played that one. It's for the Dreamcast and like PS1. Is that right?
Yeah. Sounds right to me.
Yeah, because I know I've seen it for the Dreamcast or like a Grinch game for the Dreamcast, which I want to pick up. Dreamcast games are expensive though.
They
I've
sure
noticed
are,
since
dude.
Since I acquired one, which I'm happy I got, but yeah, like I told you, I got Marvel vs. Capcom that one time on eBay because somebody accidentally typed like, what was it? Capcom, I think. And so because there was a typo, like nobody bid on it, and so I got this like decent lot that was like the price of what just that game goes for.
Incredible.
Yeah, I really lucked out, but yeah, they're. I mean, also I like to get like I don't know why it doesn't matter, but I'm picky and I like having the complete the
Oh,
booklet and
oh yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
especially on like a Dreamcast game, it matters because without the booklet, you don't have artwork for the cover.
That's true too. I was playing it with my brother when he was here, and I like had to look up. We were playing Marvel vs. Capcom, so I had to look up some of the
Looks
uh,
like we're in for a fight.
like the controls. So it actually worked out.
Yeah.
You think you can take me?
We should figure out how. Do you have a modem on yours? On your Dreamcast?
You'll regret that.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Think you can take
I'd have
me?
to take a look. I I need to get one of the internet or discs.
I see. I don't think those work anymore. Well, maybe they do.
they
I don't know.
don't.
Because I know for sure that there are fan servers though. Like we could play
Yeah.
these games online. So
I would be very interested in that. I like the I don't know. Um, I've contemplated
There's more
getting
back
the right gear to stream myself. I don't know if that'll happen, but yeah, I would like to be able to because I mean we play Mario Maker, but the online isn't so great there.
right.
target, pig.
But no, I think I might work on getting that set up this year.
Uh oh, we lost Remy in the game. Did we lose her in chat?
Are you good?
Hello, Maria. Oh no.
You watch episode 8 of The Mandalorian?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you even trying?
What's the spoiler embargo on that?
I don't know. I don't want to give away too much to anybody who hasn't seen it. 'Cause I mean, I feel like a lot of people already have Disney Plus, but I would say that if you're on the fence about it and you want to like maybe check up, I think The Mandalorian is like the feeling that I get watching that show is, I was a big fan of like GI Joe growing up.
Yeah.
And the way that they pace that show, and they contain it per episode, and it's like serialized like that, I enjoy that aspect of it. It gives me the feeling of like not to say that like the new movies aren't good or whatever, but the feeling that I had when I was a kid watching the movies, that's like the feeling that the
Yeah.
show gives me.
No, I would say that too.
Yeah. Yeah, just really, really, really solid. Really enjoy it.
Guys, I did real bad.
I wish I had a good Nick Nolte impression because I would just say "I have spoken" all the time.
I have spoken.
Yeah. I didn't. When you told me that he was in it, I was like, I wonder who he's gonna be. And then once I saw, I was like, no way.
Dude, he's totally just Bernie again.
He is. Yeah.
I have spoken. Did
Mandalorian's actually the Zookeeper too.
it is confirmed?
Top 10 reasons why.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com. Dude, WatchMojo.com has invaded the movie theater.
What do you mean?
They were playing ads for WatchMojo.com before both movies we saw last night.
No, that's unfortunate.
They were like, "Are you caught up for Rise of Skywalker? Go to WatchMojo.com and watch our top 10 recap."
Wow.
I was like, "No way." Adventures in Minecraft says hashtag I have spoken.
That was a little too Bernie, I think.
Kennedy says, "Reminder, Vinny, you are a tank and also slow." Yeah, you're right. Let's change back here. Hmm.
Let's go. I'm eager to win this.
Bailey says, "Why would Watch Mojo do such a thing like that?" King Raikou says, "I want to see the new Jumanji before I catch up on Star Wars. What an odd time to be alive." I haven't seen the Jumanji that came out a few years ago still. I saw most of it in a hotel. But
I feel like not to knock on that movie, but I just feel like that is peak. Like I can see that movie like if it's not already, they're just gonna like put it on repeat on like TBS or TNT.
yeah.
It feels like a TV movie that gets a lot of that'll get a lot of airplay that way. I think that's actually how I saw it. Maybe that's why I feel that way. There was actually a lot of people going to see that though when I saw Uncut Gems.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're doing just a normal race this time. All right. The King of the Hill. The King of the Hill always confuses me. I'm on a team with Danny. All right. Double shadows all the way. You guys remember Double Rainbow Guy?
One of the earliest memes,
You think so?
I would say. Kind of. I mean, like at least people that become a meme just for saying something like "damn Daniel" or I guess it's not even Daniel. It's not damn Daniel, but you get my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Double Rainbow Guy. Him and like Anton Dawson. Is that dude's name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Is that who you're thinking of?
Yeah. Because King Raikou says, "I remember when Double Rainbow Guy got auto-tuned." I feel like they who were the guys that did that? That would like auto-tune everybody.
Yeah, I don't remember their name.
You'll regret that.
Because they did like Dame Drops.
Yeah.
That's how I first saw Dame Drops.
Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Dude, that one's a classic.
Incredibly catchy too. Yeah.
This is
But
how
yeah, they
bacon
really,
is
like,
supposed to
helped-
be.
They really helped like push that sort of I don't know viral thing.
Yeah.
Viral back then was so different.
Right.
Auto-tune the news. Yeah, it's whoever did. Yeah.
I was going to say, I thought it had the news in its title. That makes sense. Shoot.
Whoever it was that did that. Yeah.
I really just screwed the pooch.
We went to high school with a kid who actually, he had a YouTube channel, like early YouTube, but he uploaded a video. What was it of his sister like on the trampoline? Or
On like one of those big like inflatable like
yeah.
and one of those big inflatable I don't even know what you'd call them, but one of those just giant inflatable things, and she like, you know, leapt from someplace high, landed on it, and like launched somebody off of it.
Yeah. And that didn't that go like super viral?
Yeah, it had like 1 million views, and it was back in like the olden days of YouTube where that was like, whoa. It still is like, whoa, but like, you know,
For sure. I mean, yeah, like vloggers and like mukbangers and stuff, they can get 1 million in a day now.
yeah.
But yeah, that was like what 2008 or something like that.
Yeah.
2007 maybe. Yeah. Wild times.
Praise is for the vain. I only want to win.
Good work, Danny. Danny, you once again, my teammate carried me.
What was the earliest YouTube video that you uploaded?
back in the day when I was Super Simba Bros, it was probably like some really crappy Sonic music video I made.
What are you thinking? Like 2007, 8, maybe?
It was, well, because I made this one in 2008, so it
Wow.
was probably 2006.
Man. Yeah, is that when like you could start uploading? Was that?
2005 was when you could start uploading.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I had like, because when I made this channel, it was because my old one got deleted, because I had leaked the Sonic Unleashed intro.
You did what?
I leaked the Sonic Unleashed opening sequence before it was like actually out.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No way. I did not know that.
yeah. And so I had to, it deleted my entire channel, so I had to upload everything onto a new one.
Right. No.
That was over 11 years ago.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Wow. Man. Cause yeah, I like my very, as I'm sure you remember, my very short-lived. I did vlogs back in 2008. That were most of the time just me sitting on my bed, like talking. Um,
Oh man, I forgot all about those.
you remember that?
Yeah.
I recorded them on my flip. And yeah, but I had at least probably 10 under my belt. Like I deleted all. I don't even have them saved anymore anywhere. Like they're gone. They're gone, gone. But yeah, like to think that like I don't know. I don't think I would have wanted to stick with vlogging, but the thought that like if I would have stuck with vlogging from like 2008 on, that could have been like
Something.
my yeah, like
Yeah.
my creative route. Like it's a really weird thought.
Yeah, I've thought about vlogging. Would you guys watch if I vlogged? I don't necessarily do a whole lot of interesting stuff, but I feel like on my days off, I'm always like, man, I could somebody might think this is fun.
Lawrence family says yes. Yeah, all the comments are just gonna be yes. So I think it's
Safe bet that if I tried vlogging, you guys would watch.
Nothing will stop me.
Okay, how about this? I'm going to Disneyland in like 2 weeks now, so I'll vlog while I'm there, and we'll see what we think. I bet the first comment on it will be, "When's the next Sonic Chronological History?" I can guarantee you that will be the first, second, and third comment.
if you really want to get the clicks, then caption it that. It's just you at Disneyland. Oh man.
I could go like in a Sonic hat and create it in Disneyland.
Oh man. Are you gonna do both sides of the park?
The first day we're doing California Adventure, and then we're doing Disneyland the next day for the opening of the new Star Wars ride.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't. Oh yeah, you gotta vlog that. That would be great.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta get that the cars section, the thing we were talking about, like the
Oh.
the cone with the macaroni in it or whatever, the mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, the mac and cheese cone. Yeah, I do need to try that. I forgot all about that. Doing some cool flips here.
Did I tell you that I picked up? I actually received it as a gift, so I can't say I picked it up, but I know how much it was. That
You be careful.
that Starlink. Gig.
Oh, yeah, really?
I got the Star Fox one. Do you know how much it is right now?
Like $12.
Half of that. You can get it for $6 at Best Buy. Right?
No way.
Yeah.
Like with the X-wing, or not the X-wing, the R-wing.
Yes. Yep.
That
whole
is
box,
worth
yeah,
it.
That's $6 right
Dude, that's worth it. I just want the Arwing.
I know, right? Right. And like I've seen a lot of people say that that's like kind of the one of I don't know. I guess the last Star Fox game for the Wii U kind of had a mixed response.
Yeah, just
But-
because of how you controlled it, is what
Yeah.
I could concern from that.
Right.
Discern.
But yeah, apparently people say it's like if you approach it as a Star Fox game, it's a good Star Fox game. But yeah, like $6, like okay, I know for a fact that they're losing money selling it for $6.
Definitely.
Like, cause I think the whole company or like that whole wing of like their Ubisoft's like come to life figures, they're like shutting it down. So those are like basically being liquidated. So they're just trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Holy cow. $6.
$6, dude. Yeah, I like the price to manufacture the box with the cover art and like even like the plastic inside and maybe the game case. That's at least $6. there.
Seriously.
So it's really crazy. I haven't played it yet, just because I got a good amount of games recently. I got a PS4, so I've been playing Red Dead with my brother
Oh, nice.
here and there.
I was gonna ask what games you got for it. Got any games on there?
I'm excited. Like I've really missed out on a lot of like games, just not having any. Like I love my Switch, obviously, and that's probably what I'll still like get the most games for.
Right.
But there's a lot of mainline games for the PlayStation that I just never played. So,
Yeah.
the one that I got, it comes with. So I got Red Dead, and then the PlayStation itself comes with The Last of Us remastered,
Oh, nice.
God of War, and then what's the other one? It's like Horizon or something.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes, I was gonna say Event Horizon, but I know that's a movie.
Not to be confused with Event Leviathan, which was a recent DC comic event.
So yeah, I have all those to play. So it's just a matter of trying to balance my time, find time to play all of those.
Kennedy says, "Big oof, oof."
You have mastered that.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
Oof. I don't feel like I'm that good at it. D-Man and Doremi are crushing it right now. Dust says that was utter chaos. I agree. Nafisa, how long have you... I feel like this is the first time I've seen you tonight. How's it going? There's so many shadows. Everybody plays Shadow. Bandy's hitting us with the Ralph. I'm in danger. Oh, wow. The power I have. This is the ultimate race. Kennedy says, you heard the man. D-Man says, hashtag Shadow Squad. Bandy says, hashtag Shadow Gang. Do we have enough people that there's no, like, AI? Because the AI might ruin this. Dust in the Wind says, all shadow, all the time. Oh, we have Amy on our team. She's really bringing us down. All right, Danny. All right, let's show these shadows who's the real shadow.
Let's get on.
Oh, maybe it's not me.
Do this all day, Amy. Small setback.
There's one Vector, one Amy. Is that it? Is everybody else shadow?
Small setback.
This is amazing. This is how the game should always be.
Wreck that. Grass is in the way.
The dialogue Shadow says, like, while racing in this game is hilarious.
I have him muted. What sort of stuff does he say?
This grass is in the way. Just like weird, dumb things. This mud is annoying.
That was unpleasant.
Mud?
Yeah. He basically just insults. Thanks are unnecessary. He just insults, like, everything.
Grass is in the way. You're gonna regret challenging us.
It's a bunch of teams of two shadows and a random, is what it looks like.
Regret that. Make way for a superior racer. You think you can take me? Careful. I just got barged by an ultimate. You have no chance against ultimate power.
Oh no! Oh no!
Pile of cold smell, Sonic.
Right at the finish line.
Wow. Wow.
Good job, Danny. Bad job, Amy, though. Kennedy says, your risk, dude.
Voting me the best is stating the
Phone's ringing,
obvious.
Phone's ringing, dude. Thank you, Donnie! Did a reference to that movie in the shop's post today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a new comic out called I Can Sell You a Body. And so I wrote something about I can get you a toe.
That's good.
How we all feeling? We want to keep racing?
You guys didn't disappoint me.
I'm having a good time. look at these teams.
Oh my gosh.
Bailey says, so many shadows, so little time. Bronzetti says, we gotta be Ann Knuckles just for the meme. I'm into that. See, I really don't like that level. We'll do that one. Dust is the only shadow left now. Dust, you have to carry this title with honor.
A tragedy.
Bailey says, knock, knock, it's Knuckles. Shadow Stars 13 says, yeah, that's the big Knux. Oh man. It's the level I don't like. Just because I'm bad at it. Danny, you picked the perfect time to play as Silver because since I'm not playing as Shadow, I can support it. I'm out of here. How many flips do we think I can do? Yeah, man. I'm big on flipping. You can call me Big Flippin'.
They used to call you backflipping Vin
In high school. Yeah, confirmed.
Yeah, guys. One time in high school, Vin, we had gotten off the bus and we were walking back to Vin's place.
Were you there for that?
And Vin just all of a sudden looks at me and goes, "Hey, you want to see me do a backflip?"
Oh, you're changing the plot. I see. I understand now.
I don't even know how you explain that story.
I mean, essentially just how you were explaining it.
Yeah, they're essentially. I mean, I'm telling the story for Vin, but Vin got off the bus with this kid, and
Same stop.
yeah, and they lived nearby to one another, and there was. Was it like like arborvitae, or was it just like a?
It was just like a large shrub.
Yeah. Go ahead, tell the rest of the story.
So yeah, I've never seen this guy before. I don't know if he was like new, or I might have been new to that neighborhood at that point. But we're walking and just sort of like chatting. I don't know. I think he was talking about like Call of Duty or something. I bet. But we get to this large shrub that someone had in front of their house in the neighborhood, and he goes, "Hey, you want to see me do a backflip into that bush?" And I was like, "What? Sure." And sure enough, he just stands in front of it, does a backflip into it, and just like is swallowed by it. This guy was like probably like 6 feet tall. He's just swallowed by this shrub, and he lands in it, and like he disappears, and there's like no movement or audio coming from the shrub for about a solid like 15 seconds at least. And so I just sort of was staring, and I was like, are you all right? And then the shrub moves, and he like leaps out of it, and he just goes, "That was awesome." And from that point on, there was a large hole in whoever's shrub that was. So that guy came to be known as Backflipping Dalton. Because we already knew another Dalton who didn't do backflips. So we
Naturally,
that guy was Backflipping Dalton.
he had to be. I think everybody's high school had a backflip in Dalton.
I think we're all a little bit of Backflipping Dalton.
You're right.
Oh yeah. Forgot that when you do the Team Ultimate, it plays their theme song. That's some good stuff. That's good. Knock knock, it's back flippin' Knuckles. Do you want to see me do a flip into that bush?
I'll remember this, Blaze.
So, if a Sonic movie came out, oh no, if a Sonic movie came out in the '90s, who do you think would be like in the cast?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like Jim Carrey in that sense was inspired casting because I don't know. I feel like Jim Carrey would have been who's the guy who plays the cop, James Marsden.
James Marsden, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I could have seen Jim Carrey in that role maybe. Um, maybe
Was there ever
maybe no. I was gonna say Jamie Kennedy, but that would have been like 2000s. I don't know. Who do you think?
So if the plot remains the same,
Yeah.
and like we can really only imagine that we're getting Sonic and Dr. Robotnik, I'd want to see some Danny DeVito action as Dr. Robotnik.
Oh yeah.
But like a celebrity voice for Sonic, I'm not sure.
Would they have gone with Jaleel White? You think?
They could have just carried him over from the cartoon, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would have been big enough. Like, well, it depends on. I would imagine this movie was being made in like 1998.
Oh yeah, yeah. So maybe a little bit past his star power, maybe.
Yeah, dude, what if we got Brendan Fraser, Sonic?
Oh my gosh, he actually would have been perfect for the cop role. That would have been great, man.
nothing will stop me.
I'm all in for Brendan Fraser anything.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's underrated. That's such a good idea. Let's make it happen.
Let's
Kennedy
make it
says-
happen.
So Vinny, from the recent Ask the Sonic Heroes on Team 218, how was the recording? I thought you guys had a great time.
Yeah, it was really fun. That was the first time I got to do a live. I guess an actual real episode of Ask the Sonic Heroes with Steve from Belina Productions. It was fun. I mean, they're always fun. There's never been a time where I've been like, this was horrible. I think that's the reason why we all keep doing them, is because we have a really good time. But it's always really fun to record with Jim from Sasso Studios. We actually just ended up chatting for like several hours after the recording session.
Nothing will stop me now.
All right, Danny, we're back to Shadow, and Knuckles.
Uh-oh.
What was the story about Brendan Fraser like firing an arrow in an interview?
Oh yeah, there was a really good profile of him that came out a couple of years ago that just kind of really explored, his career kind of, now that he's, I mean, I think he's back now, I guess, but
Yeah.
he wasn't like the top star like he used to be for a while. And it kind of just like goes into that, and so it was this really nice interview. But I guess he lives on like a ranch or something, and just has this really calm energy about him. But I guess he is like a very good marksman, and like
He's a very good James Marsden.
he is, yes. He midway through this interview, they're like just talking, and he has like these like faraway targets, if I remember correctly, and just hits like 3 bullseyes in a row with his like bow and arrow.
Truly incredible.
Yeah.
Danny, I feel like I might have really messed you up there. I apologize. I feel like I drifted into Danny.
Oh, so you can like, well, that makes sense. You can like negatively affect your team in that sense.
Yeah.
Bump into them and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry, Bandy. This is the Wild West out here. The grass is in the way.
Right on target, Omega. That was unacceptably sloppy. Now my path is clear. Hold steady and I'll slingshot around you. Nice view.
Event ends. Well, I did it. Success.
Nice.
Thanks. King Raikou says, I find Kirk Thornton's shadow voice really funny. I do too. But I also really enjoy it.
Praise is for the vain. I only want to win.
I would say he's my second favorite shadow voice. Right underneath Brendan Fraser.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Who gives the best shadow performance.
Controversial opinion.
It is a controversial opinion, actually, liking Kirk Thornton. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of his shadow, but
Is that right?
yeah.
To quote Joe Pesci in The Irishman, it's what it is.
Incredible. Bailey says, my personal favorite shadow voice is Jason Griffith, but I respect your opinion as long as you respect mine. Oh yeah, and that's the thing about it. It's all subjective. You like what you like. Kennedy says guys secretly play as Silver. Don't do this. Wow, it's already 9 o'clock. I can't believe that.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Dude,
And
Ti-
if you had fun, you won.
time goes inside out. You ever hear that song? That's by Spoon.
They Spoon.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Spoon one time. Hey Ben, remember when I saw Smash Mouth live?
Yeah, no, because I wasn't present, but
You remember that I saw them live.
I feel like yes. But I feel like I didn't get enough proof that you went.
Oh wow. I can't say it because he says an inappropriate word, but Steve Harwell at one point in the show just like is watching their guitarist like do a solo, and he just looks at him like eye to eye and says, "Play that crap." And it's my favorite. I have it as a clip. I say like I still have it. I'll send it to you.
Incredible. Actually, now that you say that, I remember that.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that was from that show though.
Uh-huh.
And the squatters.
You'll regret that.
I hope I can eventually continue my saga with Steve Harwell. I feel like it's kind of at a stalemate right now.
Yeah.
Gene, I think we're in for a tough
Oh. Whoa. I think maybe you just. What, dude? Why don't you paint Steve Harwell?
You know what? That's a really good idea. It's kind of a
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. Because I feel like there's part of my brain that's just like, do it, just go full mean. Which I think would probably have some sort of payoff, but that, I don't know, maybe. But you know what? Steve Harwell's not a mean.
He's a king.
Rock. Yeah. I was gonna say he's a rock god, but I think you summed it up nicely.
All right, well, he's not Dave Grohl, but he is a king.
Right. Fair.
These guys are serious.
Danny, good work. I keep on driving up that wall. It's driving me up the wall.
The ultimate life form needs to pass. Do I have to shove you aside?
That being said, though, this is probably going to be our last race tonight. Oh no, Maria. If any of you are new, we do this every Friday. We hang out, we play some games. Do it at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Same bat time, same bat channel. This week we're playing Team Sonic Racing, but every other week we play Super Mario Maker, and we switch off for the next game the next following week.
That's right.
I'm coming for you, Tails. Ouch.
I heard someone else's shadow say ouch, and then I was hit.
The ultimate life form needs to pass. Ouch.
I see the cool. Stop by and says, ... This isn't Shrek 2.
It could be.
Yeah. Could be, but.
Couple weeks we could do Shrek 2. I don't own Shrek 2. Not the game. I have the original Shrek.
How do you like that, Knuckles?
We played that a few months ago.
How about we just, take the hit on your channel and just watch Shrek?
Oh my god. I think through Patreon you can do those like Mystery Science Theater kind of things where you just like give a commentary. I guess it just depends on where you're hosting the movie at, you know.
Right. Oh my gosh. Thanks for hanging out, Nefessa.
Great to see ya. But yeah, you know what? I think we're probably gonna wrap it. I think this.
In these accolades.
Aw, you guys gave me the commendation. Thank you. As you get to watch my AI kill himself over and over again. He just keeps flying into the buzzsaw. Incredible. Let's see here though. We got a participants list. We have an accurate participants list. Let's see. Crunch. It's got the taste.
Kennedy says, what? Why no banjo, though?
Oh no, I forgot. Well, here's the thing. Banjo won by 1 vote. My plan was if everybody thought this was getting stale, we'd play Banjo, but then we ended up having too good of a time here.
I'm sure we'll find one stream where we could do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll probably just have to do it play a little bit of next week, and then we'll go into Mario Maker. But yeah, we're wrapping this one. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do really appreciate it. Let's see here. Participants list that YouTube has given me is Bailey Maloney, Bronzetti, Danny, Icy the Cool One, Kennedy KJK 2016, King Raikou, Nafisa Ahmed, Rain Boom Blitz, Shadowstar 13, Supersonic Girl 1, and Dust in the Wind. Very special thanks to Dust, Shadowstar 13, and Kennedy for the super chats. Really appreciate the Vinolians and Shadow Sense. You guys are the best. But once again, we do this every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We play games, we hang out, we have a good time. That being said, in 2 weeks from today, on the 17th, I mentioned earlier I won't be here. I'm gonna be in Disneyland. So I think we're gonna try to do that on the 18th. We're gonna try and play some games on the 18th instead. But we'll see how that goes. I might end up getting stuck somewhere. The weather's kind of been sketchy when it comes to planes. But I digress. Thank you all again so much for stopping by, and we will see you in the next time. Steven, do you have anything you want to say to these lovely people?
Just thanks for hanging out, and I'll be back next week as well. So see you then.
Kennedy, I do indeed owe you some banjo. We will play that next Friday for sure. Danny, I also had a good time being teammates with you, and Dust as well. Goodbye, Alexia Frizzell. And goodbye to all of you. Sorry, I wish YouTube. It's 2020. Make your participants list accurate. All right. Thank you again for stopping by, guys. We'll see you next time.